Pyra, I actually agree with this. At super low percents, you can get some nasty combos just with Pyra alone. It's very hard for Kirby to actually do anything about it to punish the spacing.
Yeah, and it looks like they have a rather even play history. I'm looking at the Smashers app right now. It seems that Tay is up 4 sets to 3 against Irlc. So
yeah, definitely anybody's set though. It's very competitive head-to-head.
Definitely.
Get that downer into the back row right here. Once again, love that Tay is opting for the Pyra, because a lot of people, you know, when they talk about Aegis, 99% of the time they're talking about like Pyra, or they're talking about Mythra and kind of things that she can do. But Pyra is still like a good character in her own right. Probably high tier if she wasn't tethered to Mythra. Just with her consistent ability to space out neutral and you know, the X factor being able to kill really early. And I love seeing that these Aegis players are starting to use her more and recognizing that in some situations it's the best option. We haven't even seen Mythra this game yet, and it's been a whole minute.
I mean, yeah, who needs her? I mean, you got explosive kill power like that uppy kind of seemed like it was supposed to be. This squishy puffball like Kirby. I think you would probably rather just prefer having those big, strong hitboxes. Because you're able to do damage with them kind of just as consistently as you are with Mythra. However, Irlc is going to be finding that first stock with that back air.
Tay getting a little bit antsy with that dash attack. It's the same habit that I've seen consistently throughout. And gonna be forced to recover low as Pyra. That's the one position you don't want to be in. And Irlc making this once even game, completely turning it around. Tay's really gonna have to bring out something special in order to bring this one back. Tay going for the landing up there right there, but it's not gonna catch the shortness of Kirby's crouch. Seeing that percentage gain being racked up even more. Forward tilt still not going to take it off the side, and Irlc grabbing onto the ledge, rolling straight through once again. And are we going to be able to get the stock here? Neutral air and not catching the air dodge from Tay, but still 52%. Finally, the up B takes the first stock off of Irlc.
Yeah, it seems like it's a bit too little too late here. Mythra finally coming out. I don't know how much she's going to accomplish, but best to try like any and all possible avenues. Or maybe it's just so Irlc can get more data on Pyra. That might be another tactic.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I was praising Tay for making the probably correct decision of playing Pyra, maybe just a little bit too much. We gotta mix in some Mythra in there. I think the difficulty for Mythra in the matchup is like the second your feet don't touch the ground, you're really struggling.
For sure.
Tay is able to get back up in there, and all it's going to take is one good back air up coming out from Irlc to end up taking it here. But Tay keeping it alive by going from platform to platform and actually using that side B as a defensive resource to get back onto stage.
It's a handful of percent. I mean, I never want to say a game is not doable, but a character like Pyra maybe can pull out something.
Yeah, maybe.
Is able to maneuver around his edge guard.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, max range up B with Pyra is going to take it. Now, you know, Aegis, as good of a character as they are, not really known for that much cheese, but we do still have things like Pyra down here in the back pocket. We're going to start out with some Mythra damage right here. We're going to be nimble and hard to hit. And look at this mix-up in strategy coming out from Tay, just weaving from platform to platform. It's making it impossible for Irlc to get the finishing blow.
Yeah. Oh, downer off stage could definitely spell the end of Irlc's stock end game in a position like this, but will be catching that forward air.
And just the accidental run off stage double jump, Tay definitely not looking for that, force that sort of awkward situation. I think we probably could have gotten a foresight out in time, but yeah, just wasn't able to do it. That being said though, Tay like almost brought that game back from 160 on last stock when it was looking fairly healthy. It was a good note. Shoutouts to Noah the Fat. You're gonna hear the amazing vocal talents of himself live on the main stream KML Tournaments. So make sure you got both tabs open do whatever you do.
Well, here's one for top 8 of VIP.
Yeah.
But yeah, taking note on that last game, the Mythra kind of worked wonders. So I feel like we are going to be seeing a lot more of that from Tay. Pyra was a good idea. However, I think the results in this kind of spoke for themselves.
Yeah, you can't. You shouldn't do it with only Pyra or only Mythra if you don't have to. And also, I would definitely say like the Mythra is the more comfortable character of the two for Tay. You know, having fought against them before. So yeah, we'll be able to see that mix up a little bit more. And Town and City, a great stage for Aegis to really make something happen. Irlc in the lead so far, but getting pulled out with the Nair. Ooh, that forward smash read just maybe a little too overzealous. Still putting on that hurt.
Scary position. Shield so small right now.
And it is so difficult to punish that Pyra neutral B. It's minus 11 on shield. And down air into up air with the Pyra, actually taking it very early for Tay. So, you know, the switching to Pyra at the right time this time, working out for them.
Yeah, I mean, Pyra, this is a pizza character. You got the bread, that's your gameplay, but your Pyra's the sauce, Mythra's the cheese. And not cheese in the sense that you normally think of, but you know.
Calling Mythra the sauce is probably not correct, but she's definitely the crust.
The crust? Well, that's a part of the bread.
Yeah, because she's crusty.
But my point is, you need to use both of them, or else it's just kind of weird.
I don't know if this pizza analogy's working out, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get what you're going for. You gotta use them both. Because pizza without sauce is just cheesy bread, which is good, but not that good. Not
Yeah.
as good as pizza.
And then bread with sauce, it's fine, but like, you want some cheese on there.
And sauce with cheese is just a mess.
No bread.
Who's the sauce with cheese character in Ultimate? Probably like DK or something, right? Just the sauce with cheese, but no substance. No, that's
like
Ganon.
every heavy.
That's Ganon. That's Ganon straight up. I just thought about it. It's Ganon. Like you're never gonna eat sauce with cheese, but you wouldn't be mad if you did.
I don't think I'd be content.
Pasta. Pasta's not you have noodles in pasta. Stream tech.
And meat.
All right.
Sometimes. I was gonna go for like peanut butter or jelly, but I don't like peanut butter or jelly sandwiches, so you know. Italy. Anyway.
So very, very even last stock here. Comparison to that last game, but hey, finding that foresight into the commanding lead. Yeah, we got to be very careful with that down air and the up smash, but we also got to be wary of that down air coming out from Kirby himself. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Yeah, you can't be caught doing that. Irlc is quite proficient at picking up on habits like that.
Yeah, why were we dropping from ledge here? That was not smart, and Irlc catching out the day oneer. Because I know what Tay's looking for, right? Tay wants that like first hitbox into forward air or something to get off of ledge, but I don't think you should really be messing with that too much against Kirby specifically. Like you're gonna get called out. Keeping up with the Aegis, switching skins could be a mental thing. And like both of these games so far have been very close, but I think at the end of the day, Irlc has just been doing a better job of making those win conditions happen.
Yeah, definitely. What am I gonna say? Mythra, Pyra Mythra character has some very nice ults.
Yeah, I think they really did a great job with like the DLC ults. Like regardless of what you think of the characters, they put heart into a lot of those costumes.
Yeah, I mean, most of them, there are two ults that this character have that kind of just are the same.
Yeah.
Where like they turn white and blue, it's just one has red accents and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, you know, not all of them are necessarily going to be hits, but you know, 7 out of 8 is not bad.
That's fantastic side view usage.
Yeah.
Just getting that stock super early.
Oh, and well, here goes the up B once again. This is going to get Irlc a lot of percent here as we confirm into the back air, but you know, Tay's still with the lead. And Irlc looking to make it like a not for long type of deal.
Both these players have been very antsy for their F smashes this set.
Yeah, they're looking to call each other out. I mean, they've played, what, 7 sets together. This is their 8th set, and played quite a bit recently, so you know that they're, it's personal. It's personal. It's not just a match at this point.
And I think the game counts were also, like, super close. I think it was, like, 11 to 12, like, actually. So.
And also, like, these are two of, like, the chillest people IRL in 2 very different ways. Tay is just, like, always so calm, and IRLC is always just so, like, vibrant and expressive.
Yeah, he's friendly.
So it's the battle of the chill guys. Oh, down air, yeah, that's not gonna be safe on shield. And you know, after a very, very quick stock from Tay, IRLC evening up the scoreboard in terms of that stock count. And as long as we don't get hit by something like down air up air, you know, we should be sitting pretty with 1 good advantage taken.
Ooh.
But you know, there it is, down air up air.
Tay, very big fan of Pyra down air.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
He was able to just get so much off of it, as we saw clearly.
Oh, I love that pickup from IRLC too. Seeing that they dropped the jab block situation, but still able to get something off of it. Forward smash. Doing a great job of calling out that nair.
So many hits. There's 1 good like back air ledge away from just evening this game right back up. It's a matter of finding it though. Down through there, I think that is Kirby's like highest damage throw. Could be wrong about that one.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Forward air off of ledge. I mean, we see that habit coming through from like that game 2. We got killed for that, Tay, so you do have to be careful about it. But hey, pulling it out in the right spot and almost getting the kill off the side with the forward air.
I like Mika misses the side B there.
Yeah, just weaving out of the way. We're using 4 of those jumps. That forward air not going to be looking great for IRLC, so Tay finally on the scoreboard, but we do have IRLC's counter pick coming up, so we'll get to see what stage we switch to. Great use of that neutral B. It has such good base knockback, so very consistent at getting this Kirby off the stage, and then just the downer. Not a chance to tech the spike either.
Yeah.
Without the walls. So we'll see what the thought process is for IRLC.
I think that might have still been techable. I know it's kind of weird sometimes how this game processes like being able to tech spikes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they all send at like different angles, and in this game there's no difference between meteors and spikes in terms of like how they function, except for like visually they send at a different angle. Something like Falco Downer I think still sends at an angle, so it makes it easier to tech, but I think Pyra's is just straight down.
Something like that, yeah. Then you have other ones that we saw previously, like We Fit Forward Air. I think that one also sends kind of diagonal.
Yeah. Well, it depends on which hit of the forward air too, because the foot hitbox and the ba hitbox.
Oh, there's 2 different ones?
Oh no. You're talking about forward air, not header. Yeah. No. There's only 1 spike hitbox in that. You're right.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it sends like behind.
Something like that. Yeah. Kind of the angle that the foot is at. Or the leg. You know what I mean. Uh-oh. Okay. IRLC very narrowly escaping death there. I think that up smash would have killed. I don't know, it's Pyra. She TLC, she caused money, she probably would have killed there.
Oh, IRLC going all the way out there for the forward air as well. I mean, trying to do Tay dirty. Both players sitting at fairly even percentages right there. The stone! Not the best right there because it forces out the roll. You thought you were going to have to tech or something. And we're dying super early to that Pyra back air, so now we have the Mythra pulled out. But we could get the edge guard here with the down air. Not getting the timing on it.
Yeah, IRLC just kind of really needs to find the stock lest they get so much extra credit on. Might be the start of something big here. They're only taking 34%, not the end of the world. Pyra already coming back out.
Yeah, and we're looking for that downer. I mean, we're being very telegraphed about it, but honestly, you know, in that position, there's nothing that IRLC can do about it. You just kind of have to wait it out, stall with as many jumps as you can, and if you get hit, you get hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a brazen move. Just in how big it is, it's just like, how do you really maneuver around that?
Yeah, sometimes you just don't. Neutral air is going to take it from center stage, though that move buffed so that it's able to do that. I mean, it, you know, was a strange move before, but now that it has some of that utility, I guess Kirby's are using it so good. Okay, up B again. Can we get another? Yeah, we're throwing out all the big moves.
Yeah, it's just,
The most little brother professional player of all time.
one of them will hit.
Oh, we do get the forward air into the grab, but great DI from Taken to avoid that downer extension. We're going to hold on to this lead much more. And we got to get a reverse 3-0 here in order to move on. It looks like those adaptations are coming through, doing a great job of like not having to box too much with Kirby, because that's really where the struggle is, because you get down tilted like this, you put yourself in Kirby's space, and that's when things start to hurt just a little bit. Great high up B though from Irlc to keep himself alive at 143 and actually getting hit with the little brother off the top. You didn't see the rock in the blast zone and coming straight down with it.
I do want to note, off stage, Tay has been having like excellent coverage. Just taking advantage of Kirby's kind of like poor air mobility. Like you have a lot of jumps, but you don't move too fast with them. So I've been noticing a lot of times when Irlc's off stage, Tay will throw out the side B to cover like the high recovery. And then
oh, look at this tech chase. So sorry to interrupt, but you know,
no,
he was kind of going ham right there.
I'm hoping Tay will just do it again, so then I can circle back to it.
You know, eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get him off stage, maybe.
Pyra's gonna come out at some point.
Yeah, here it goes.
Yeah. Well, not there, but I was thinking a lot of times Tay was throwing out the side B to force Irlc to cover low, and therefore sets up for the down air.
Yeah. Now we have the side B, though, in neutral this time for Tay. We're sitting at 104. We have to be so careful with it. That banker is sitting straight off stage. And we're being forced to recover high this time as Pyra, and we get off the ledge. So scary. But both players manage to hang on, and we are very obvious in looking for that down air. Maybe Tay a little bit too obvious about it. We're trying to throw out these tilts in neutral, but that neutral air is going to take it off the side for Irlc. A 3-1 in his favor, and moves on. Top 16 here. Tay just moving around. I feel like flailing, throwing out whatever hitbox he thought would work, but I feel like a lot of those moves wouldn't have accomplished much. And Irlc just very ready to call Tay out in neutral with that neutral air.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you try to find those, and you don't want to lane with it because mercifully that down air does have a slightly unfair, but not totally completely unfair amount of landing lag.